Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Deepak Chaturvedi, Director of Akshay Heart Hospital. In today's session, we will discuss heart attack, what are the various reasons where the heart attack develops, and what are the various lifestyle modifications we can undertake to prevent the heart attack. And nowadays, we often come to know that a person died due to heart attack even at the age of young age. Heart is the most essential part of our body, and its non-stop functioning is crucial for our survival. It functions like a pump and allows the circulation of the blood throughout the body. And the blood circulated through the extensive network of various type of blood vessels, various large and small type of blood vessels, and blood ultimately provide all the nutrition and the oxygen supply to the various vital organs, and which is necessary for normal functioning of a particular organ. The muscles of the heart are continuously, they contract and they relax. A normal heart pumps for about 72 times per minute. That means a heart pumps, relaxes and contracts 72 times per minute. And this means the heart muscles contract every minute. So to do this extensive non-stop working for heart requires a very extensive and very regular blood supply. It requires, because through this blood supply, heart gets its continuous supply of the oxygen. For these, heart has got its own network of blood vessels which are continuously supplying the heart with oxygen. And this oxygen reaches to the heart muscle so that it can function throughout day and night uninterrupted. Any interruption of the blood supply and oxygen supply to the heart, even for a few seconds, can impair its function, lead to the heart failure or heart attack. Basically, a heart attack occurs when a blood vessel supplying the heart get blocked. Now, let's understand what are the various reasons and causes where blockage of these blood vessels take place. And the main reason behind blockage of these blood vessels are either high blood pressure or raised cholesterol or fats in the body, saturated fat deposition in the blood vessels. Persistent high blood pressure causes damage to the intima, that is the internal air of the blood vessels, and making them more rigid. And because of damage to the inner walls, it increases the risk of cholesterol and fat deposition over this intima. And gradually these arteries that get narrowed, and when there is excessive fat deposition inside the inner walls of the blood vessels, it blocks the blood flow. And because of this blockade to the blood flow of the heart, the high blood pressure has to work harder to pump, and then the oxygen requirement of the heart itself increases manifold. So one, there is lack of blood supply to the heart, and secondly, there is increased work pressure over the heart, and this causes increase in the oxygen demand to the heart, and which causes heart failure or heart attack. Sometimes when the blood supply is completely blocked, it leads to development of heart attack and failure of the heart to function properly. A heart attack may cause simple symptoms. Chest pain is the most common symptom, with referral to the left hand is the commonest. Precise is compression over the precordium, followed by pain in the left arm is the commonest symptom which has, but this can feel like uncomfortable pressure, sometimes aching, sometimes burning, piercing, sometimes a tight rope, squeezing, fullness, any type. 100 types of pains are described in heart attack. And this discomfort can go to your arms, it can go to your jaw, in epigastrium, on the back. So it can last for several minutes, it can come, it can go. However, there are sometimes atypical presentation of heart attack also, and sometimes you feel dizziness, you sometimes feel sudden weakness, you faintedness, lightheadedness, sometimes nausea, indigestion, vomitings can occur, and sometimes extreme weakness and shortness of breath is also a presentation of heart attack. In many patients, heart attack, especially in diabetics, heart attack may not show any symptoms at all. Even two heart attack in a similar individual, they may not be similar, they may present in a different way. Similarly, one heart attack does not resemble the other heart attack. So we had to be very cautious to know what is the various symptoms and combination of symptoms which causes this, and to identify it more. One may feel less obvious symptoms such as burning in the chest and shortness of breath, and sometimes no warning signs at all. So heart attack is a medical emergency. So that is why it is very important to know or to suspect what are the patients which are highly susceptible to get heart attack, and what are the various typical and atypical presentations of the heart attack, so that you can get your medical help as early as possible, because there is a dictum, the time is muscle. So less the time is lost after initiation symptom and starting of treatment, the more the muscle you can make to survive. Now there are various ways where we can know how to detect a heart attack. Various investigations by which we can know that the person is having a heart attack and what is its extent. The most important one is electrocardiogram or ECG. It gives information about extent and location of the heart muscle damage. It also detects the heart rate. It also detects various rhythm disturbances, and whether a person is having a heart attack or a plethora of other ACS such as non-QMI, QMI, or a plain angina or some prismatal angina. So these all information you can get from a ECG. Then the next important investigation is echocardiography, and this is an ultrasound test which usually show the structure of heart, how is the heart pumping, what are the various muscles of the heart are acting, various walls of the heart are acting, whether there is any leakage in the walls or not. Then the other important investigation is cardiac markers. Cardiac markers are again very important investigation which shows quantitatively how much heart has been damaged. Then the other is coronary catheterization. This is an invasive test where we perform and put in a contrast media and see it on X-ray, and we can know the blockage and extent of blockage of various blood vessels. It is frequently recommended in the first few hours of the heart, and later on also if the medical treatment fails. There are various blood tests also which shows amount of damage caused to your heart by this heart attack, and how you can plan for a best treatment available for your patient. Heart attack mostly requires an emergency treatment to restore the blood flow to the heart. The faster it happens, the less the heart muscle is damaged. Heart attack treatment may involve medication or interventions in the form of angioplasty or surgeries like bypass surgeries. Various medicines which are used to treat heart attack are anticoagulant medicines, antiplatelet medicines, beta blockers and statins, blood pressure medications, chest pain relievers like nitrates, and thrombolytic agents. Heart attack can also be prevented. This is a disease which is duly preventable if we take various lifestyle precautions, take regular health checkups, then you can prevent heart attack also. Knowing your risk of coronary heart disease is the first step to reduce the risk of having a heart attack. Yet many people don't know that they are having a risk. The best way to find out having the risk of heart attack is to get regular health checkups when we are over the age of 45 years. We can reduce the risk by making positive changes to your lifestyle. Then these positive changes what we can make in our lifestyle is treating the blood cholesterol, reducing the blood cholesterol, eating those foods which are not higher in saturated fat. A saturated fat can contribute to high cholesterol and reduces the blood flow. It increases the risk of heart attack. Hence it is all important to start a heart healthy diet to reduce the risk. What is heart healthy diet? Is the diet which comprises of unsaturated fatty fats, which comprises of fibers, legumes, and to limit the food which is high in saturated fats, which comes from animal products like cheese, fatty meals, dairy products, dairy desserts, tropical oils, and highly processed foods. These are the food which gives ample amount of high saturated fat and increases the risk of heart attacks. So we can choose from unsaturated fats which don't raise your cholesterol levels. One can find unsaturated fats in foods like nuts, fish, vegetable oils, olive oil, and sunflower oil. A diet high in fiber helps to lower the cholesterol level. It has been found out it can reduce the cholesterol level by at least 10%. This diet emphasizes increased intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grain, poultry, fish and nuts, while curbing sugary foods and beverages. Eating and drinking too much sugar raises the triglyceride level, a culprit which blocks the arteries. A heart-healthy eating plan can also manage the high blood cholesterol levels and thus helping to reduce the incidence of heart attack. Then controlling the high blood pressure is also very important step in reducing the risk of developing heart attack. Drinking too much alcohol can also raise your blood pressure, so curtail the alcohol intake. It also adds to extra calories and which can cause weight gain. Cigarette smoking also raises your blood pressure and it causes damage to the intimal membrane of the arteries. So avoid smoking. Taking lot of salt also, increased amount of salt increases your blood pressure levels. So these are the various measures we can take in our lifestyle to reduce the blood pressure. Then we should follow an exercise plan, a regular exercise plan to maintain an ideal body weight. Doing regular exercises are known to develop neovascularization. That means new blood vessels are generated in those patients, in those individuals who do regular exercises. So regular physical exercises makes your heart strong. Per inch area of blood vessels are much more in the person who is doing regular exercises than a sedentary individual. So if one have a strong and healthy heart, it can pump more blood to itself and it develops a less effort to pump more blood. So risk of hypertension and heart failure is much less in those individuals who are physically fit. Exercise cut bad cholesterol and it increases the good cholesterol. Once the aim should be to do regular exercises for at least 150 minutes per week. We can do HIIT training also, where you have to do high intensity exercises for 2 minutes followed by a cool down period of 5 minutes or so. This form of exercise raises your metabolic rate and helps to maintain a normal blood body weight. Monitoring stress levels and getting adequate sleep also possible ways to prevent heart problem. It is important to remember that we can afford everything, but nothing is as precious as our health. It is possible to make heart healthy and prevent heart failure or heart attack through lifestyle interventions like dietary modifications, regular exercises, and by taking action to lower the blood pressure, lower the bad cholesterol, and help protect themselves against heart attack. Thank you.